What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be giving the Mustang a little bit of a facelift, and by facelift I mean we're going to be going back to stock. So we've got the GT500 bumper on it right now. We're going to be going back to a stock bumper with a custom grille. That way the bumper isn't taking away from the hood. The front end is just a little bit busy right now. We're going to tone it back a little bit so the hood stands out a little bit more. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is get this Cervini C-Series chin spoiler installed onto this stock bumper that we got painted by my buddy Andrew. So it's a little dirty right now, but what we're going to do is get this installed. So I've got the hardware kit here. I got to get all of these on here. I've got to get some tape on it and some bolts and washers and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. All right, now what's next is to actually get the bumper on top of the spoiler and chin spoiler, that is, and start putting these screws in. So I've got 12 of those to do, and then I've got a couple bolts to put in, some push pins to put in here, which I think I have some extras. So we're gonna go ahead and take this little adhesive tape cover off and get that done. All right, so the next step is to get these 12 screws in here. I realized I put the clips in upside down. I didn't realize that until after they were on, so I flipped all those around. So the next step is now to get all of these screws into here, and the holes were not drilled very well. I'm not gonna drill them out worse. So all I have to do is flip this up, try to put these tiny little screws through this these holes that are too small for them. So hopefully all of these clips are lined up correctly. I can shift them around a little bit if I need to, but hopefully they're just in the right spot. So I'm gonna do that now. So I actually had to stop working on the bumper today. I had to go to work and got a little bit late. Didn't get a chance to finish, so I'll pick up on that tomorrow. Tonight what we're going to do is put the mesh grill into the plastic. Okay, so we're going to cut it out, form it down to shape a little bit, and then we're going to use some adhesive that I have over here to glue the wire mesh to the actual back of the grill here. So we're going to get started on that. We're going to use some zip ties, get it to shape, and then we're going to use the cutters to cut it out. I think I'm going to have enough to get both of these pieces done. It looks like I should, at least. I don't think I need a ton for the bottom half, but hopefully there's enough here on the top that it works. I know I'm going to have to bend it a little bit. So hopefully the length is enough. It should be. I measured it, but we'll see what happens. So we're going to get started on that, and I will talk to you guys in a second. Okay, so you've got this all zip tied up. I just kind of do my best job not to distort the shape of the frame here, so I can move it a little bit. It's still relatively pliable, which is good. It's kind of what I want. So what I'm going to have to do now is go around and cut pretty close to the edge here, but leaving a little bit of a space, enough to fold it over the edge of the lip of the grill here. So I'm going to go around, be super careful. I'm going to have to make some relief cuts to fold it, which I will have to reference a template that I found online. So I'm going to go ahead and get that cutting started, and I'll check in with you guys in a minute. So the reason that I can't just cut like this is because I need the bottom portion to do the lower grill, which you can see right there. So I got to kind of just be careful with it. It's going to take a while. I got to cut kind of a line across each one of these, and I can't scissor cut with these. I also can't get my hand in there. I can't roll it. I can't just damage it. So it's just going to take a little bit. So yeah, here we go. so this is what I will use to make the bottom grill. It looks like we're gonna have plenty of space. I'm gonna set this aside for now and work on getting this all conformed to shape. All right, so we got everything cut up and is conformed down to the shape. The next step is to get this adhesive onto the grill. So it's just got to go kind of right in this little space here between the grill and the mesh. I don't think it has to be super perfect. I think it just has to get enough of it on there so that it forms a bond. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be like crazy like stuck in there or anything like that. Like just enough of it has to be bonded down. So we're gonna go ahead and do our best here. I've got this little paintbrush. This stuff looks super runny. I've got the fan going, so apparently you're not supposed to let it run on anything. So I've got some alcohol handy in case we get on the wrong side, but we're just gonna kind of do one of these. Okay, now we just have to repeat that whole process for the lower grill. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these zip ties going. All right, so this is kind of what the finished product looks like right now. You can see the goop, just the adhesive, is kind of sitting there drying. Here's the lower one right here. So same process, bent it around the curves and then put the adhesive in there, use a paintbrush. So I didn't film the second part because it's exactly the same as the first part. So you guys didn't need to watch me do that for 20 minutes. But here's the finished grills, kind of. We're gonna let this cure for at least 24 hours. So probably Thursday morning, today's Tuesday, we will grab those and put those on the bumper. All right, everybody, so I've got the bumper done. All the parts are installed. This is how it looks. Super happy with how this turned out. So we're gonna go ahead and get that on the car, and then this will be finished up. So I didn't record a lot of what I did. I put smoke turn signals in here with these grill deletes. You can see the connector I gotta connect right there through there. The fog light deletes, which were made by my buddy Andrew, who also cut out the grills for me. So I didn't record a lot of the installation process after that, especially like putting in the grill, because a lot of me just struggling with it, and it's pretty repetitive and it took kind of a long time. So it's just to be kind of a useless video there. But the whole bumper is together, and I'm excited to get on the car and see how it looks. All right, everybody, and just like that, the project is finished. Way happier with how this looks. It's just way more simple up front. Lets that hood really kind of take the center of attention here. Really stoked with how this turned out. I really like the placement of that emblem. I think it looks sweet. Coolest thing is that is actually off of a 1968 Mustang. So it's a 68 OEM fender emblem that I mounted to the grill. Really like how that looks on the car. Overall, super stoked with how this project turned out. As always, guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. Thanks for watching. So I'm actually in the process of moving back to Chicago this weekend, so pause on projects for a little bit, but I got a couple cool things coming. We're going to put a spoiler on the truck. That's the next immediate one. And then I've got a couple other things sitting in here that I can't find in this mess, but I've got some things in the works that I'm excited for, as well as something for the Mustang that I'm really excited for. But that one's going to take a little bit of time to get to. So as always, like I said, thanks again for watching.